expectations for a job or?
I think they have relatively high expectations for
We
me.
believe if you work really hard and your heart is in it, then you will reach success.
They'll go up the chain, make a bunch of money.
Well, we're bilingual. We're supposed to be able to make our way. We're hard workers.
If poor immigrants can come to this country and be really successful, why can't you, who were born here and already have the values of American culture and economics instilled in you, why can't you succeed? I think that's the kind of view and pressure that people put on Black communities.
In 1967, I attended a public school, and I'll never forget, I had a white teacher come to me and tell me, we're not going to let you sit in the classroom because you can't read, and we're not going to have you holding the class back. So I had to sit in the hallway while these white kids studied.
When I was growing up, I think society failed me. I struggled in school, and every time I knocked on the door, it looked like the door never opened for help. I've been working 2 jobs for 20 years. I never wanted to be a cleaning lady, and I never wanted to be a lunchroom lady. I'm 54, and I still want to go back to school, and I'm afraid.
I volunteered to go to Vietnam. I was met and told that I was less than others. When I went on board my ship, they had no expectations of me at all. They had absolutely no expectations that I could even do the job. If you're Black and doing this, you gotta be great, because Black people don't do this.
Governor Nikki Haley and state officials there will remove the Confederate battle flag from a monument just outside the building.
Michael Brown in Ferguson. What was his reaction and what was your response to that?
Question, Senator Sanders.
Black Lives Matter.
Successful investment.
Stocks, just like you can trade sneakers.
We have a background in technology. We decided that we should make it happen.
And the Oscar goes to Lupita Nyong'o.
The only thing that separates women of color from anyone else is opportunity.
Without the Urban League, I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably wouldn't even be able to sit here and have this conversation with you, especially not with these lights gleaming on me. So I don't really pay attention to that. So I don't allow that to stop me from getting where I need to go. I just use it as an aid.
I think I had the expectation to succeed and excel in spite of. Changing my circumstance and changing how my family's legacy turns out.
I can't necessarily say it's an expectation of Black people in general, you know, because that would give into the stereotype that, Black people are very angry.
So regardless of what may have been happening within my household, within my community, I had grandparents, aunts, uncles, little cousins who expected me to do something.
We do have an innate ability to have control or have power or have a great amount of knowledge.
Growing up in poverty, the Urban League was always present in some place or space within my community. But most recently, the past year, being part of the inaugural cohort of the Impact Leadership Development Program was the most intimate experience I've had with the Chicago Urban League, and definitely the most valuable.
I think it's not what the Urban League as a whole does, but the mentors or the people themselves that do it. And it's not like huge things, it's pretty subtle. Whether that's like sticking up for young men who have a bad reputation.
Then, you have things like China, in which students stress how much they need exposure. And I know for me personally, I needed so much exposure because I had never been out of Chicago. Like, I had never seen the outskirts of anything. All I seen was poverty in Chicago. That's it, growing up, poverty in Chicago. Then I met Miss Parker, and after my sophomore year, she told me to apply for China. I applied.
They have provided us with resources in order to go out and seek investment, along with assistance when it comes to understanding how to do your financial reports and cash flow statements and so forth, so that you are buttoned up enough to present it to potential investors.
This was the first time I felt like there was a program that was designed specifically for me, to meet my needs from a cultural perspective, to meet my needs from understanding who I am, who my authentic self is, and what I bring to the table from my experiences.
I'm actually planning on going back for law school. Yeah, so.
Fantastic. What kind of law?
Corporate attorney.
If you have a community of people and no one advocates for them and gets them involved, then nothing's going to change.
Who out there right now do you think do a good job of advocating for Black success?
One day I hope to be an angel investor. That's what I aspire to be.
Can I say me?
So I can show other people what it's like, not only to be successful, not only to run through and be able to achieve something through ideas, but what it means when you're in that position of success to be able to push others forward.
My happiness, I really want to make and believe that people around me can be happy as well.
To demonstrate to young people that you can succeed no matter what your background, no matter what your circumstances, and education is the key to that success.
I don't want to just make my own life better. I would want to improve and empower other people as well.
Doing everything that I do, I want to make it good.
Because I know, for me personally, I needed assistance coming up. So I'm all for helping the next individual that's coming up, regardless of any race.